I've been listening to the books you recommend. In the Beta Male Revolution, author mentions four types of men. The alpha with the side of beta tendencies be the best option to would it be the best option to cover both sides of a woman's dual mate? You don't. There's no such thing as an alpha with a side of beta. If you could do that, yes. The problem is okay. So what? I don't know who was the Beta Male Revolution was talking shit about. I forget who wrote that, but anyways. That goes back to a post I wrote back in, 2013, 2014. And it's, what is it? Up the Alpha is what it's called. Sammy, go pull Up the Alpha for me. So I put that in the chat. That's where that comes from, is beta with the side of alpha or alpha with side of beta, right? That's what women really want. Like, women don't want an alpha male. They just want a beta who can man up on demand. Right. A beta with a side of alpha is never believable. Now, I know you said an alpha with a side of beta. I'll get to that. Right. But there's this idea that women want this predominantly beta male character, right? Predominant personality traits are all beta traits. But if a mugger tries to get him on the street, well, now I need you to alpha up. So be my man. Right. Or, she wants you to be sort of equal, whatever that means. She wants you to be soft and pliable and vulnerable and emotional and blah, 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 blah. But when you're fucking me, then you got to alpha up and glory. That's beta with the side of alpha. And the problem with that is like too many guys do that all the time. They try to experiment with that. Like they'll be beta and then they get into a sexist relationship and they try to up the alpha when their predominant character traits are all beta. And when you suddenly do that, when you switch gears, it's never believable. It seems like you're pouting or you're a petulant little child. Well, it's okay. I'm going to be alpha now. Fuck you. I'm the man. Okay. You're the alpha now. Okay. And you go back to being beta. It's never believable. In fact, if anything, you end up ruining your situation. You end up because you're basically saying you're not actually the guy that you are. Alpha with the side of beta. This is the vulnerability, the only acceptable form of vulnerability. I don't think that there is like a possibility for guys to, because beta male to me anyways is a set of personality traits, whereas for alpha is another set of personality traits. So the problem is like you become incongruent with your predominant personality traits. Now, sometimes that's an advantage. This is the only instance in which I would say vulnerability in a man is at all advantageous. Is when you are so fucking alpha that it is your predominant personality traits and characteristics to be a stoic. It doesn't have to be so. You could be a radical alpha male, right? And then you are tamed by this one woman who can only draw it out of you. Women love this narrative. It's what is it? Beauty and the Beast and Tarzan or Jane. Jane tames Tarzan, the monkey man, right? He's a wild savage, but only she can soothe the savage beast. Only she can like civilize this man. Okay. And so he only does that for her because she's special. She's got some super feminine, magical mystery, juju that works on him. And women love that. It's the stuff of like Disney stories is essentially what it is. So there's the guy who's like, oh, he's like always tough and hard and everything. Sometimes you'll see this in father-daughter relationships in like say Disney or something, but it's more often you'll see it in like there's the savage man who he's uncouth and he's a bad boy, but the woman, only that woman with her feminine wiles, and only her, there's lots of other women, but only that one woman has the magical ability to okay, yeah, I feel good. Oh, thank you. I love you. It was meant to be, right? That's and so what is that built off? It's built off the dynamic that you are an alpha. You have a predominantly alpha characteristics, but you're only vulnerable very, very sparingly and only with that one woman. And that makes her feel that much more special. So it's not necessarily alpha with a side of beta. It's that you're just showing like you can be slightly vulnerable on given specific instances. And then you go back to being alpha again. Women as a form of game, that is catnip for women. Love every bit of that. You'll see like guys who are like in the military who are like hard asses, like I mean like squad leaders, like seen like real fucking combat, like live ammunition, right? And then you see them with their wives, and their wives will go, he's a big softy. He's really a big softy. Right. He's not. He's like, driven like, K bars into guys' chests and stuff like that. But like, no, he's a big softy. Yeah. What did Justin Waller say? Was it slitting throats and changing babies or changing diapers? The changing diapers part is the side of beta.